Statue Collector Lou here, guys, with another statue pickup and review. And this time I'm very proud and happy to have this piece in my collection. It is the Ryu and Satsuken edition. Mine is number 194 of 300. So quite limited. Very happy to get this one in my collection. This was the version I was after. Comes with some extra heads, including one that Jerry added to it for the wait time. He gave us an extra head for that, so that was really cool of him. I don't know if this happened in all of them or it was just in my box, because I don't really watch other people's videos until after I do mine, if it's a piece I'm getting. Mainly because I don't want to see what it looks like before I have it in hand. And also, I don't want to repeat anything they might say in their video or sound like I'm taking something from them. So I do my reviews prior to watching anyone else's if it's a piece I'm getting. So, basically, I found these gloves in the box, these white gloves. They were in a bag, sealed in a little baggie. So I thought, hey, cool, they gave me some gloves to use. I'm going to use them to put my statue together and to do the review with, so you don't get no finger oils on the statue. So basically what we have here is the statue in all its glory. I have it with the head I'll be using just because for now that's the one that appeals to me the most. The other two heads are great. Which I will show on the statue for you and in the close-ups at the end. However, until I have my Ken in hand, I won't decide what's the exact head I'm going to use, because I want to see which head goes well the best with the Ken piece. So, but for now, this is the one I'll be using, and it's really cool, guys. You could see the great amount of detail they put in this piece. The muscles look amazing, and the vein work in the muscles. The face is perfect, the way they did the eyes. There's nothing wrong with the way they're looking or anything like that. And we'll turn it around. You got a weathered gi that he's wearing. So it's got little tears and stains in it because he'd be fighting in it. So really good attention to detail. The gloves, the work and writing on his gloves as well. And on the belt itself, it has all the kanji symbols. So that looks amazing, and they're very sharp and done very well, the way they're sewn on there. You'll see in the close-up videos the way they did the toenails on the feet look amazing. The stance in itself, I think, is great. I just love the stance. It reminds me of that opening scene where he's bouncing around waiting for his next opponent. So I always like that about it. Just absolutely everything about this piece is amazing. So as I said, there's the head that I'll be using. But it's easy enough to take off. Pretty good magnet on that. And then you could put the angry head. Again, it's a bit easier to do that when you're not doing it in the camera and you can actually look at the piece. So that's what he looks like with the angry head. And I'll bring that, you know, gritting the teeth and so on and so forth. But it does bring some anger and ferocity to the piece. And I like that. It's a very nice head. And, you know, I may use it from time to time, but I do prefer the other head. And then, well, let's do a full pan around, and then I'll put the last head on. So, again, it looks amazing like that. You could see, again, the muscles in his back and everything under the gi, because it's a nice, tight-fitting gi. And it's just opened enough in the front that you can see the chest muscles. So I like that a lot. This time we'll do it easier. We'll face the head towards me. So again, easily pops off. And like I said, there'll be plenty of close-up videos at the end showing all the heads. So this is the newer head that Jerry threw in because of the long wait on this piece. And I like it. It has a different look to it. Definitely maybe a more, I don't know if you would call it a more classic or modern look. Or a mix between the two. Definitely this is the more classic hairstyle, whereas these are the more modern hairstyles that he had. But I definitely love this. Yeah, I'd probably say this is the more classic look, this head. But I like it a lot. It's very well sculpted. Then again, everything Jerry does is well sculpted. So any way you go, you can't go wrong. I like all the heads. I may change them from time to time. But again, I won't make my final decision until I have Ken here, which will be quite a while. So, all in all, it gets a 10 out, yeah, I'd say a 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10, and I'll tell you why. I just remembered this. The base is nice. And I like the fact that the base has a little more than just a plain black. It has some design going around it, which you'll see in the close-ups. However, for somebody like myself, who my Street Fighter collection is on a shelf that comes out of the wall, that shelf is only about 11¼ inches. Now, I'll have to have them slightly angled to not have the base hanging off the edge, because to put him in the perfectly straight ahead pose, it takes about 13 inches. So for me, that was the only minus. So I'll take a point off for that, because they could have easily cut off the base with 1 less inch and put the feet a drop closer together to maybe go for that same round base that all the other pieces are on, other than him and Goken, which hopefully I'll get my Goken at some point. I had to call them. But everything else is great. You know, I absolutely love how he came out, and I'm saying that a lot, but everything about it is perfect. Like I said, the musculature, the veins, the eyebrows, the way the eyes are painted, the details in the face, depending on whether he's gritting his teeth, or just in a fighting pose. The level of detail on anything with the kanjis is perfect. The sewing is perfect on the piece. So I love the way they incorporated the fabric for the headband. So everything about this piece is a plus other than the base for me. But if you have wider bases, or if you're using a Besta, you have no problem. So other than that, it's a perfect piece to me. I'm glad to have it in the collection. Again, I've been wanting this ever since the first one, where he was like this. However, I wasn't going to pay the price for that piece. So when this came along, I grabbed it up, and I'm happy I did. All in all, you can't go wrong. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you deserve it to yourself to have this piece in your collection. It gets a thumbs up from me, and I'm going to recommend it highly. So guys, hope you enjoyed. Again, check out the pictures at the end. You'll see a lot of close-ups of all the different parts and the different heads. So, HeroStatueCollector Lou out. Peace! Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook at Heroic Sculptures, Twitter at Heroic Sculpture, and Sue at Heroic Sculptures.